Hey guys, I'm about ready to do some weed kill here on my side lawn. This is Kentucky bluegrass that I seeded 7 weeks ago or so, give or take. I want to answer the question really quick before I do it. This is a briefs video or a vlogs video, so I'm not going to go into high depth of information or editing. But I do want to answer the question of, does Tenacity kill and prevent all of the weeds in the lawn? The answer is just no, it just doesn't. I've used Tenacity many times. I talk about Tenacity on this channel from time to time when it is relevant. I want you guys that are new to lawn care to know that Tenacity is a tool in the shed and it helps with seeding. But if you're putting seed down on bare dirt or overseeding and you're applying Tenacity thinking that it's going to stop all weeds or kill all weeds that are in that baby grass, is just not the case. It helps the situation out, but it's not perfect. Let me show you what's going on here. So here in my Kentucky bluegrass spot, we've got, and I've applied Tenacity twice already. We've got weeds, we've got weeds, we've got weeds. This is a weed that I sprayed with Tenacity. You see how it started like bleaching out, but here we got new growth coming out of the middle that's perfectly fine. And that's been sprayed twice. We've got weeds. Here's the same thing right there. We've got these guys. Mind you, this whole area, I just hand weeded this morning. Like I pulled off like a bucket full of weeds this morning by hand. I just kind of came down here, grabbed stuff like this, pulled them out of the ground, root and all. Grabbed like a bucket of them. There's still tons here. And then you see all of this over here, that's kind of this whitish stuff. This is all nutsedge. Tenacity will stress out nutsedge and maybe eventually kill it, but it just doesn't. So it just doesn't do it good enough to consider it gone. Like you're like, oh, I got a little nutsedge, I'm going to spray some Tenacity on it. You know, maybe you get lucky and kill something, but the vast majority of it won't die. So all of this stuff is stressed out. Some of it might be dying, but most of it's just going to keep coming back. I was hopeful that the Tenacity would kill off the nutsedge in this area, but it's just not strong enough to do it. So I got to actually attack it with something different. And for things like this and some of the other weeds that are growing in here, see, I got other kinds of things like this. All of this, remember, all of this is with 2 applications of Tenacity in the past 7 weeks. It's not going to kill everything off. It's not going to prevent everything. Just imagine how bad this spot would be, however, had I not applied Tenacity. So Tenacity is good. And by Tenacity, really I'm getting at this mesotrione active ingredient. You can get that in generics as well. You can also get it in some Scott's starter fertilizers. I'll put a link in the description to my starter fertilizer webpage over on the website. So you don't actually have to go buy a bottle of Tenacity if you want to get mesotrione on your lawn. This right here, this halosulfuron, this is a generic M-Pro. It's normally known as Sledgehammer. Does the halosulfuron. That's what I'm going to be using to kill off the nutsedge. Like I said, I was hopeful that the Tenacity would make a significant dent in the nutsedge, but it just doesn't look like it's doing it. So I'm going to have to go all out using the Sledgehammer product, or in my case, this generic M-Pro. This is not going to apply to most of you watching this. I will link to this down below. You're really only going to be using this for Kalinga and nutsedge. Not really anything else. But for the other stuff that's in the lawn, some of these and some of the other things that I showed you, I'm just going to be using, for simplicity's sake, a little hose end moss out product. Brand is not what I'm after here. This is what I'm after right here, FeHEDTA. As far as I know, every single grass type whatsoever, you can spray FeHEDTA on it, even when it's like days old, just a few days old. And it's not going to damage the grass, but it is going to kill off a number of the weeds that are in the lawn, especially the baby ones. Not all of the weeds. Again, it's kind of like Tenacity. It's not going to kill them all, but it's going to give you a head start. Because eventually, the baby grass that you have in your lawn is going to be mature enough that you can spray a real legitimate weed killer on it. So if I were to take like Speed Zone or some other 3-way or maybe a Triad Select and spray it on this, it would kill all of these weeds off, but it would probably kill off my grass too, because it's not mature enough to handle all of those chemical herbicides. So anyway, so this right here, that's going to go down on the lawn. You can get iron FeHEDTA in a lot of different products. You can get it concentrated, mix it yourself. I've done that, but I just want this to be easy. So I'm filming an easy video and I'm going to spray this on easy peasy. And then later on, if I need to put down a real weed killer, I will. Maybe I'll even mix it together with my halosulfuron product and kill everything all off at once. Take a look at the links in the description below. If you are seeding, if you have, I don't know, if you're getting ready to seed, or I don't know, just, I don't know, if you want to support me, go take a look at those links in the description below. And I'm going to go ahead and spray this. I'm not even going to film it. I'm not going to make a big video about it. It's not a big deal. And I'll see you guys in another video down the road, maybe over on the main Turf Mechanic channel. Thanks.